Hello there. So in this video, I want to look closer on ControlNet and specifically models when and how we can use it that come with ControlNet. ControlNet is extensions that work with Stable Diffusion and currently with installation of Thematic 111. I will provide link below to the great video created by AIpreneurs about how to install these extensions on your computer. And he actually done such a great job. I don't see reason for me to repeat it all his steps. But let's put it this way, when you install it, you'll notice your extension should be available in extension tab after you install it, the controllers. Be sure you click on check on updates that you will have the latest versions of the ControlNet. Some of them may be varied because I noticed the updating actually every day, almost a new updates coming, and it's improving quite a bit. So let's go ahead and see what we can do. Right here, you can see we have an image to image applied, and if we scroll down, you'll notice we have a ControlNet drop down. So let's go ahead, expand. Currently it's disabled, and as a disable, and you know what, let's go try to render. So I'm setting properly frame size right there, so we have it properly sized. And you know what, let's go, says girl standing middle of the field. Okay, we'll just generate this one. Let's go click generate. Everything is default. It's 20 steps. We have it 7 and 075, and you can notice it does render what I asked, but it does not look same pose what I wanted, but I want to have it same pose. We can use it like a GIF to GIF kind of application or other things to create this, but problem with that, what I find out, the deviations, the more creativity you're going to, higher deviation on pose. So we need to be sure we're using properly pose. The one that I like it before and I used with animations, everything, if we going with ControlNet, enable ControlNet and selecting pose, for example, open pose as example. Before we do, I want to be sure our width and height is matching here. So we'll just paste it. And string, guardian strings to the 1, it's a maximum, so we'll just keep it this. And let's say what's happening now if we render this one, you'll notice we'll have it correct pose. Look on this, the hand, arm, everything same. The reason why it's happening because AI analyze poses and put in them. How good is actually AI to analyze these poses? Let's check in a second with other image, which is kind of interesting. But right now, let's look what other models we have. So let's go with a Canny first. And this is actually, be sure you select preprocessor and models, same things. Let's go ahead and click generate on this. Notice sometimes when I click generate, will take a little bit time because it is preloading that model. So it's okay at the beginning, but after model is preloaded, when you render second time on the same one, it should be going very fast. Okay, when canning is done, let's look what have it. And you can notice it does create very good, actually very accurate to the dress and everything, which is also can be used for animations and other things. However, the reason is why it does, because if we look on analysis, it is identify properly. By the way, this is my watermark. It's my photo, so it's actually put it my watermark even here. But you can see it's created very nice outline. So it is nice way to creating this, and almost it is like detect edge, maybe work in Photoshop. However, I see the different problems when we start working maybe with hands or other ones that may have it some small details, but it does create a very, very nice outline with elements like a dress in this case with all these lines. So very accurate, very nice way to do it. Okay, let's go ahead, select the depth, and a depth one map actually is very interesting. Okay. So it does look a little bit different, but look on the map. It actually created depth map. What is meaning depth map? The brighter it's come closer, the darker it's more far away. And this is actually, to me, was very impressive and surprised when it's created, because when I was kind of experimenting, let me show what I was meaning by this. Let's change this image, and I'm going to preload this image. And the reason is why, because you notice we have a big shoes up front and faces a little bit more far away. So let me readjust, be sure we're using same settings for this one. Okay, I'll go paste it right here. So that just to verify the depth map, because this was a little bit flat, it's easy to create it. What if we have it here? And let's go make a hill. Okay, so we'll just put it, the guys going down snowy hill. By the way, this is ugly faces mine. We photo shoot for some compositing work inside the studio. I maybe posted the photo to this. It was kind of fun compositing work. Okay, so we're done this. Let's go ahead and click generate. It should generate much faster now because we already preloaded model. And notice what's happening on this image. The shoes that is closer, it's brighter. It's what we wanted. So, and as we're going more far away, it's changing. So it is creating the map, depth map, which is very important for us. On the steps, if we want to apply haze level, AI know how to depth of the haze can be applied, or how much snow falling down up front versus back. You also can save this map if you need it, put it inside the Photoshop and create it your own depth of field. Or if you want to create 3D Facebook, save this image and another one, put it both them on Facebook page and create a 3D image. But to me, it was very impressive in a way that AI actually determined the true depth of field, how accurate it was. And it's a lot of use in a future work as well as with animations when you have a depth of field or something moving towards you as well. So this is great model. So next, let's go with depth, less resolutions. Okay, and we'll go same. It should be depth map. Yep, a little bit less, but it still be very nice. Again, great way to go. Let's go ahead. Now we're going with a head. I don't know what you pronounce. And one of them, okay, and this one's more used like emboss or other things effect in Photoshop if you ever use it for detected edges. So this another one's good to create options. Notice we have more details inside. What's happening, this is outline. It's try to keep it structured there. Poses, however, if you notice inside, it's add more details in the options. I can see how they can use it for creating replacement maybe on a skin color and other stuff in this model. Okay, let's go ahead and check what another model can do. MLSD, so we'll go ahead and preload it and render with this one. And by the way, I do like the positions of this photo because it is very complex if you think about analysis. And we look when it's open pose, when it starts creating bond system, how well it's really determined. But the reason it's here, we have actually two subjects in a very unusual pose and one behind another one. So it is very hard to detect. And this is a very good test on the model, how well model can determine the lines, determine the composition and how many persons inside the shot. Because many times when people test it, they just take a simple figures, let person just standing with hands stretched out. It's been a simple pose, and we don't do this very often. Usually when you're creating, you want some action pose or other things. So I think this is a great test for the see how well AI can recognize. And this model is very interesting because that is focused on creating buildings or structure. Of course, it does not detect the people as well at all. And if we look on a map it's creating, you can see just created lines because it does not recognize. So keep it in mind that our model MLSD, it's more for architectural things and does not necessarily work very well where we have it organic or people in this case. Well, okay, let's go ahead, continue and working on normal maps. And before I first released, normal maps did not work very well. After they work good. And right now I just got it this new update, so I don't know what is update. And I'm same with you, I'm just looking and see what's happening. But I do like normal maps if they apply properly. Okay, so here's completed. Let's preview. Notice the image looks similar. It's have this illustration effect, and I'll explain why it's happening. Because if we look on normal map, what does it look on the texturing? And if you work with 3D and other stuff, we quite a bit using normal maps. One, we need to define on how the material interact or how it's displayed. So it will give it this texturing 3D effect kind of. And we can see right here, we definitely have it angles, positions for the normals. So it's actually defined the object in 3D space, which is can apply properly texture. So it's meaning it's can stretching on the textures a little bit better, applying the perspective more accurate. And it's right here. We can see with the shadows how it's well done. Like for example, if you look shadows on a angle and all the small effects, it should apply them properly because it utilize this normal map. This is model probably work very well if you try to make like textures overlay, if you might create details. This should be work very well with all these wrinkles and everything to kind of copy them with this model. Okay, let's go ahead to our next model. And this is open pose, and it's what I said before. Open pose, it's very interesting because it will create bone system. I like that a lot. I used a lot this model. But let's check how it will perform here, because what is look, we have two people, very weird poses. Okay, we have a hand. So we'll see how actually AI will work, if it will identify properly. Okay, so let's see what's going on here. And it's not bad, but here's the best parts. Look on the bones. I'm really impressed on how well AI determined this. Look at this position of eyes, the legs, and this is not just going two-dimensional, it's going three-dimensional towards. So it's need to determine how the legs and arm. So this is really, really impressive. The extension, the model, how it's determined of the position of legs. And you can see right here how it's going towards us and change. So this is one of my favorite model for the animations for the bones. However, I still kind of work with Kenny, because Kenny, it's a very nice model if you have it like one keyboard outfit, everything, and you can do animations with that. But the problem is with that, if you have too busy background, sometimes can be lost. But this with a bone system, it is really, really surprising nice. So open hand, it just more focus on the hand on 5 fingers. Nice when you have it close up and everything. You know what, let me go preload maybe different image for this, and we'll see how well the hand working. So right here's another photo, I took it before, and I'm just going to scale it properly. Like right there, let's go 338, we copy these, and again, paste it, and we'll need to change a little bit our name, because we don't have the two guys in the snow. So let's go ahead, the man. How about we'll do something more difficult? Holding iPod in his hand. Sitting on a chair. Lighting. How about this? Okay, well, I'll go just something, see if it will put it in this. And we have it hands right here. This is primarily it's what I want to use it for. Okay, let's go down, check some 5. It's quite a bit of variation on this. Actually, for this, I want to just take a little bit down to 60, because I want to be sure the hands we can see a little bit better in this case. And we'll have it, okay, 336. Let's copy this one. I want to be sure, yep, it's all set. And we have it open pose. It's what we're going to use it. Preprocessor, we're going to use open pose hand. It's what we're going to do. Let's go generate. Okay, so let's look. It is lost some details because work, I don't see any iPad, but hey, good things. We see proper amount of fingers, because I know the biggest problem with some AI at this point, sometimes too many limbs, too many fingers. So I think this is actually work very well. We could just, you know what, I want to experiment a little bit more. We'll just pop up back to 75. Okay. And let's go just says Rembrandt lighting. Okay, I'm removing all this other stuff. I want to see how close it's or what it will create it. And just for fun, let's go pop up maybe about a four badges we're going to do, and let's go ahead and render this. Okay, render is completed. We have it right here, preview, and you can see the hands. Look on this. It's actually identify fingers and hands. You know, it's like in a Zoolander, the hand model, so I think they will be happy because of this. But if we preview, it's actually done right there. Like, it's identify fingers very well. I don't know if this is a good example for this, but preview on the map, this is what I like it. It's gone very well. It's put at shoulder, position head, and identify position of the fingers very well. So kind of very nice model. You know what? How about we do one experiment? I just want to mess up with this. What I'm going to do, it's take the model of the spider. Okay, so here's a spider picture. Do it. And let's go, you know what, mess with the hand. See how this one will mess up our AI. I don't know if you guys ever done this, just going to have it fun with AI, see how well it will, or what's going on here. Let's go leave Rembrandt lighting. I think it's very universal. Okay, we'll just go ahead and click generate. And of course, it's all messed up. It's created actual lighting for me. Yes. They not identify any hands or anything, and that's what I expect because the model does not train towards this. Of course, if we have it spider, just give it a little bit more, it's probably will perform better. And let's go just make one for now, so it will do faster. Yes, it's process better, it's look like a spider kind of things, but of course the model does not identify anything. By the way, if you're using any animals like this one, like spider or other things, you want to switch different model because open pose, it's more focused on identify the human subject. So in this case, Kenny will work the best. So let's go ahead, like right here, we have it, Kenny applied. Let's go generate and just showing you different between different model properly assigned to. Okay, so right here you can see it definitely identify better outline. How I say it's worked by the edge, and if we look, it does render better because it is identify pose. As we're working on this model till it's preloaded, let me show you another example when we go with guardian string. So if we're going to the 0 guardian strings, we'll leave it our weight, you know, maybe let's take a little bit down. Or actually, as example, yeah, let's go weight on the weight of the image and the guardian string. So guardian string 0, and we leave it a weight of the original same. Let's generate. And now if we preview on this one, you can see we still have it about same amount of details, but only our guidance is different. Notice on the legs, everything. So what do we want to do? We want to keep it the guidance same one, but now image weight will reduce of the effect of this. Let's go generate that one. And you notice we have it a little bit similar position that we have it before. Okay, guidance, but we have a little bit more flexibility on some additional limbs and other things. So overall, if you want to keep it closer, what I like to do, you can even put it 2:1. It will be very close to the what we're creating image. Let me show you the example on this. And you can see this way, the pose and everything, like position of the legs, everything very close, because what does, it's a lock in. So when you start working, for example, with animation, other things, and you want to have it very close up to pose or model it created, then you can increase this weight, and in this case, we can just replace colors or anything. For example, let's go ahead, the spider, blue color. So in this case, we should have it the same spider, everything, it just should cover a little bit blue over. And right here you can see it does add blue color, but it still have it same looking pose, same looking spider in this case. Okay, so let's continue our models, and I will take a different image, so we'll put this image in. Let's go ahead and there you go, we'll just set the sizes now. Okay. Just a little bit sideways, we'll see how this models perform, and we're going now to the net. And I think this one actually is new. And to more find about preprocessors, we can address specifically MDIP .com for the information, and you can see right here how it's processed. If you need more information, notice it's very similar with a height or teen, but it is provide less details internally, more on the outline schematic. They compare right here with a Canyon when you have a lot of details. It's, if you remember, first time model when you use the Canyon, we have very nice details in dress, like those lines. We probably won't have it. We have in with a ControlNet, we'll have a nice outline, but not otherwise. Again, it is more organic usage. By the way, I'll put a link for this info for this documentation, that for those who want to go a little bit more in depth and see how the preprocessors or models, how they work, what they're using. So this is actually very interesting information about neuro models, how they set up. Okay, so right there for this one, because it's using, we probably want to use a canny model to use with this preprocessor. Okay, and we'll just don't need it. This we have it girl on the floor, or you know what? How about we change it? Let's go to disco fun. We'll see how the wild can go our AI. Okay, we set everything. We set properly here, okay, and you know what, let's go back to same as before. We'll just reduce to about 1.5. Let's go generate. Okay, so right here's our image, and we can see it exactly as the point in model. A little bit probably inverse. I think in the model it was a little bit different, but you can see outline done. So it's very nice again to create the figures and determine the pose of the model with some elements. Okay, let's go ahead. We'll go next, delete Scrabble, and we're going to select as well preprocessor Scrabble as Scrabble models. Same thing, so let's go generate this one. Okay, and this one actually look funny, but we have too many limbs. Okay, let's look preview. The reason is why you can see Scrabble, it does have some elements. It's probably work a little bit better maybe with keeping landscapes, another effect based on the model, but you can see just taking highlights, going with luminosity level, how it's detect, not necessarily give you a specific pose, but how say it's probably work better with if we have a landscape, some like trees and other ones, it probably will position very well them, and we can try this. But here's what will happen. We have multiple limbs, so all in negative prompts we just says 2 limbs or no 3 limbs or something, not too many limbs. So we can do this. You know what, as we're doing this, let me go download uploaded some of the landscape. Okay, like this image from Oregon Coast. Okay, let's go ahead, set properly width and height on this. Okay, we'll go to put it same here, and this one it will be, let's go says Oregon Coast Ocean. Let's go add rain just to for fun, change a little bit of the view, maybe fog, haze, and low clouds. Oregon coast, forest, cliff. So I'll just put it different clouds if I want to spell properly. Okay, I think that will work good. Let's go try with this model. And you can see the map, luminosity map work properly, and we have it very good. So it's very similar. You can see the position of the coastal, everything determined very nicely, depth, all these lines, same. So it's actually, I see this map specifically model probably more orientated towards the creating landscape, towards more kind of maybe fields, other things, or maybe even abstract, because it does a luminosity based map what is creating. Okay, so let's go ahead from Scribble. We have a fake Scribble. I don't know how it does, but it's using same model. It's just different preprocessor for the word, so we can try that one as well. It should be processed quite a bit fast because the model already preloaded. And we can see it's somewhat similarity. It's having some outline done to the coastal. It maybe work a little bit better with a preprocessor with more organic stuff. Okay, next segmentation. And segmentation is actually nice because take different areas, if I'm right, and creating them. And if you work with 3D before and you created maybe multi-layer rendering or multipass rendering. This is more will resemble multipass for you because you'll see how it starts layering around the image. Okay, so let's go preview. You can see it's actually create a very nice view, but if we look what I say on segmentation, you can see how it's separated. So it's take different areas and can apply to this. The use I can see specifically like right here, landscapes. When you're creating, you can create probably separate on different models. And interesting, we can also try on a group of people so you can see what's different. So let's go ahead right here. I'll put it image. This is again, I shot this kind of based on the Among Us, I think, the image. So it was cosplay photo shoot. We go ahead, copy height width on this. Let's go just increase a little bit shrink for this just in case. Paste it here and let's render this. Okay, it's become some bizarre, I think, because I did not put it this. Let's go cosplay party. How about this? We'll just do that one. Okay, let's go ahead and render that. Okay, so let's go ahead right here. It's render, and you can see it's actually apply very fun cosplay outfits first on this. But if we look on a map, it's created. It does generate these layers, and usability, it's when you can separate subject from background. You can see it did identify our ground on the back, identify background in different color and front. So it's meaning we can isolate and apply specific effect to our models in this. Okay, I think this is kind of fun to overview these models. Hopefully it will help you to figure out which model is best used in your case when you try to create something. Again, let me re-emphasize this. Canny is overall where you have lots of details. You remember it's at like lady with a dress, perfectly done everything. Depth map if you need it, three-dimensional kind of effect applied to this if you have it like some haze on the background and front, so it's can apply very well to this one. We have it height is a little bit less details, more outline and posing. MLSD, this is our constructions one, a more vertical lines if you have any architectural things. Normal map if you want to apply on more on the 3D like stretching materials or something other effect in this case. And you also have open pose. That one is nice when identify bone system for the posing. I like use it for animations when I create it. And the other one same as Scrabble, fake Scrabble, again segmentation for mostly if you want to do like landscaping kind of pose. It's very nice for the ocean. That's what we did with this because it's got very nice luminosity map. It's what kind of more creating in this way. And same segmentations, it's separating by the layers. If you need to use it again on the separate, apply different kind of effect or different subject. I think layering probably the segmentation work very well for the landscape as well, or kind of architectural maybe effect as well as you can separate it. Thank you for watching this video. If you like it, give us a thumbs up, subscribe, share. Please let my channel grow. Yes, let my channel grow. Okay, thank you and have a fun day.